will be played on a Saturday, and we will split the Saturday into, or the match day into 2 days. So make sure to check out your time on VainGloryLeague.com. Check out the schedule, and then you will know who you are up against at one time. So 3 men are going to the jungle. On the other hand side also, we haven't seen that yet at VGL, so very interesting, and I think very rarely that we don't see, or that we see all 3 guys here. Spitfire hit from Scarf, and now the laner should go to the top after a bit of help. So I see on the minimap Branchon is here on top, but Scarf Gumby takes a second for going to the lane.
Do I see that right? Is that a crystal, Rona? It seems like a crystal bit what Rona bought there. I'm not quite sure. Maybe she just no. It's actually a crystal bit. So we might see a crystal Rona happening on Vain Glory League. The first time, at least the first time for me that I can think of that happening. And I will really need to check how Rona is actually acting on crystal. That is very interesting. I'm not quite sure if I ever saw a crystal Rona, and most likely weapon lately, especially with the cooldown reduction on her Red Mist. There we go, Red Mist. That's her ultimate.
Oh, close call here. Going back, 180 damage, and directly the Gift of Fire plus the Halcyon Potion to heal back up that cute little Scarf. On the bottom, I thought there could be a meet up here, but no way that they are going to face each other, since the blue team here from PAWNAGE just went back to continue their jungle routine. Alright, Scarf, what is he doing? Let's follow that guy. Going back, or just checking out, and then directly heading back to the lane.
I actually like that. That's like map awareness, trying to figure out where the enemy is if he has no vision on the lane, trying to check if everything is rock solid, and somehow he smelled that he's getting ganked up there. He just went down after all 3 of them went up in lane. Not sure if he should walk back in there. A nice Spitfire to make sure he's not running in something he doesn't get out of. And 2 scout traps are now sitting in his bush. I love how he's walking, like since 1.7, I believe.
Yeah,
heroes are now acting differently when they're walking through bushes, and
that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah,
especially Koshka. A lot of scout traps popping up here. Flare or Blair kid it is here, eating up most of the damage, which is totally fine, since that guy is the tank, or should be the tank. At least he's going for the items, of course. What else? And therefore all fine. Scarf going back to the lane. He bought Heavy Prism out of that crystal bit. He has a Scout Trap, Energy Battery, so everything he needs for a bit of sustain, a bit of damage output early game. But we will see, he has no boots, and the question is, if the Rocket Leap hits on top, can he escape? I doubt it, but for now the positioning seems pretty fair to me. Oh, now they are coming in. There comes the Goop, the slow, and directly the Vanguard from Blair Kid here used to go back to the jungle with Jewel. Catch up from Adagio, no, just to check in the bush. In the meantime, Rona here on the bottom shopping. Well, there is a join. Oh, now revealed. Everyone very quick here using their Halcyon Potions, so...
Oh, and it also looks like that crystal Rona is now building a 6th Sense as well. So as I just read a bit about Rona and checked a bit of her stats. It's quite interesting actually to see the crystal builds. Can you recall anything like that being?
What do you mean?
That you think? Can you think of a Rona crystal in VGL?
Haven't seen yet, so
yeah.
That's the first time. Absolutely.
So actually, it appears that makes her very strong in the early to mid game, and makes her basically an assassin with a lot of burst. We
All right.
will just see if that's actually working out. But apparently she's getting a lot of damage there. Health by a Halcyon Potion there. Not sure where that damage came from. For a second I saw it looked like a Spitfire, but now a nice slow coming in. Is that enough? He should be safe and sound. Not sure. Why is he not walking away? But oh, a Goop is coming in. Spitfire. Nope, not a Spitfire yet. There is the Spitfire not connecting to anyone much, but that should be the first blood coming in for PAWNAGE. And now Gumby is still running. Gumby 23, he should be fine. Some Spitfires are connecting.
Oh, nice burning damage. He takes the kill. Good job on that one.
Yeah, I like those Spitfires. We had that earlier already. Let's see. So, Rona did not die so far, sitting on 24 last hits. On the other side, we do have Jewel sitting on 28 last hits. The Jewel looks like she's going to build actually the standard crit Jewel, since she's looking for maxing her B ability to get that overdrive. In lane, we do have Scarf sitting on 47 to 35 last hits on Vox. Actually, that's quite... I mean, Vox is in lane. If you have Vox against Scarf in lane, I would really love to see that. Who's getting actually more farm out of it if two like equal strong players are doing that.
I don't know if that is the right plan, because the ultimate indirectly gets eaten by Jewel, and the ultimate just for the show off here, not dealing any damage to anyone, because Scarf just died right away. Eve of Harvest is there for Scarf, so 2 for 1 at the moment. Very close match so far concerning the gold. Everything fine. And yeah, just continue. Donjon, I interrupted you in that war.
Oh yeah, you did. I was talking about the Vox against Scarf in lane, since I do have a feeling that Scarf has a redonkulous good wave clear. Well, early game, as soon he hits level 2, it's getting way better. But also you need to check that your energy bar is going down so so fast. We do see a Vanguard, Gauntlet, sorry, excuse me, a Gauntlet getting dropped. The wait for it going through as well. It's a first kill in that team fight, and that's also the only one which they are picking off. Kai Blue dying there to the trap and the Gauntlet by Blair Kid, and the wait for it followed up by a Branchin. Should be enough, and was enough to secure the kill. Man, a very slow-paced game so far. Yeah,
I mean, we have seen other matches with much more kills. Nice jump on top of Rona here. No chance for her.
I like how Rona's dying.
Yeah, that's a really nice animation. And the gold miner, or the minion miner, excuse me, just captured. So the gold miner is digging for 3/4 at that moment. Filled up with a minion candy, dealing decent amount of damage. But we will see if Team Red here, Team AlphaWolfSquad, is able to get that gold miner, which is so important. And I doubt it, since the blue team PAWNAGE has at the moment the upper hand. But now the right time here to use the ultimate from Scarf, but couldn't here hit 100%. Gold miner joining the party, not yet fed by a minion candy. That one expired, so lucky Team AlphaWolfSquad. Yeah, and they have a bit of the upper hand in terms of health, but smart decision from PAWNAGE, just going back to their jungle and back to lane for the farm, as we can see.
Dragon Breath did not really impact a lot into that team fight, since Gumby 23 did not really, well, hit anyone with it. And Scout Trap getting popped. Nearly 300 damage coming in there against Scarf. Another Gauntlet perfectly trapped. A nice rocket leap, and the wait for it as well on top. 2 ultimates, 1 kill. Totally worth in the end, because they are pushing turret. At least they want to push turret. Big red button is getting pushed as well, since that is a weapon blade. Jewel not as much damage, still dealing a decent amount, so that Joel has to backport. Kalibu rocket leaping nearly on top of his head, using boots to escape that there. And now it looks like that actually Great Value wants to go for it. He's getting slowed. And wonderful Goop plus a Splitfire getting the trade-off. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Turret did not fall, Blair Kid still burning there for a second on that wonderful tier 1 Arden.
Alright, so Rona here is going for kind of a hybrid thing, which is very interesting, since I don't know much about her abilities, but I think they stack with both, or I mean, otherwise it wouldn't make sense to me to go that way. I mean, abilities need to stack with crystal power, and then with yeah, the weapon power, of course, for some auto attacks to deal some good damage here. Alright, so 6-2 at the moment, gold for PAWNAGE, 3,000, 2,000 it is, excuse me, ahead. Not a lot, but still healthy. There comes the ultimate from Gumby, and let's check out how this is going to turn out. Stunned, ultimate cancelled, and Kai Blue is going to use the Verse of Judgment, but taken down beforehand. Now Rona using and doing exactly what she used to do, going just in and trying to kill everyone, but in the end getting picked up herself. And the other team here, PAWNAGE, just very low on health. Lucky them. Scarf not in the right position here, which is yeah, not so good, because I think that fight offered much more potential for him to pick up the one or the other kill.
I wonder if Rona is going for a Shadow Glass and a Zora Blade, which would be like the basic weapon blade and crystal items in terms of just pure damage. That would be at the moment. Rona is sitting on 85 crystal damage and on max 85 weapon damage, so it's totally equal. And in terms of that, it's not working out too good for her. Sitting on 62 farm compared to the other jungler. It's a 72, but therefore Scarf has 83 farm compared to 57 against Vox in lane, and it's not the first time that Gumby is actually stepping like a little duck. That's actually how Scarf is moving. Like,
yeah,
like a little duck walking through the jungle. Big red button, not sure why we're using that there. I mean, in the end it's not doing a lot of damage. Dragon's Breath is coming out. This time it's connecting way better, and Scarf getting pawned to the side. You do see now the crit coming out of great value, and that's a great value which he is pushing out already, which is just a Zora Blade and a Swifty shooter.
Yeah. So well done here, good job from them, and they did here pretty good. 9-2 at the moment the score. Let's have a look here from the top to the Halcyon Fold, how they are going to position around that turret. Are they going to push it? No, not that much. I mean, Branchen, he is waiting for the Jewel to join, but she was busy clearing up that jungle. In the meantime, Rona just joining again. There comes the stun. I think now overextending Jewel, now eating all the damage, and now we see Rona with a high amount of burst damage. There comes the gauntlet. Locked. They should take down the kill here, but no, they are split apart. Gumby going to be stunned. There comes the wait for it. Not, oh, the best one, but no, I am wrong. It was pretty good. 2 kills and the Verse of Judgment. Can kill someone. Is stunned on Blair Kid. There comes the Gift of Fire on himself, but I think that can be a nice
use
buff.
of boots, though.
Ace.
There it is, as you said. But still, I liked the attempt of using the boots there by the Adagio Kai Blue. And now the first turret is going to fall in this matchup after 13 minutes, nearly 14 minutes. And just to recap that, we had matches which took 18 minutes, and that were 2 matches in general. Like that was Wrecked, Palm the Original, and Old School. Just destroying the enemy team.
Yeah, that is kind of a bait. Look at the damage here. Scarf just melted away the health bar. There comes the wait for it. Oh! What a jump here. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. What a dodge.
What a beautiful dodge there to the side. I did not expect that, as you said, and also I weren't aware of the fact that Rona can jump that wall, because that's a further jump than actually Glaive is doing on that on that wall. That's quite interesting.
So I didn't know that is possible.
No, me neither. I'm also not quite sure what the range of the jump of Rona is.
That's pretty crazy. Alright, so we will see. 13-2 at the moment, looking very good for PAWNAGE, who is, from the statistics, the better one, the better team. But of course only like 5 slots difference in terms of the seeding from 128 teams. That's normally not a big difference. So both teams should be head to head, but we see what actually this limitation from the global ban and the draft pick does. I mean, it pushes teams out of their comfort zone in the way to maybe A, learn new heroes, B, try to play new heroes you haven't played a lot, but you just get forced to them in the competitive play without practicing them. And then of course C, to see what is the outcome of that. Wait for it, beautiful from Benchen, melted away here. First blood in that fight, second blood, and I think Gumby is just using the ultimate for the show. He can't do anything here. Good stuff, and that is another ace for PAWNAGE.
Yeah, looking now a bit more one-sided, 16 and 2. Another turret could fall here as well. It is most likely going to. A breaking point picked up on great value for Jewel is an interesting choice, but since he is just so well fed, I mean, sitting on nearly 200k, sitting nearly on 100 last hits, also on 1.5k gold.
Yep.
Not sure what he's going to purchase out of it. He does have 2 infusions running, so might look for another fight very soon, because that is worth it since those infusions are running out after 2 minutes.
Alright, Adagio, just checking out here what is the Kraken doing, and or if there is any action, but there isn't. So let's have a look here from the top, fly over the right side, checking the positioning. Vox pushing, the other team coming from the bottom here. Oh, not revealed by this scout trap, but that might be an interesting point here since they want to catch Vox. The ultimate not connecting, only connecting to Scarf, but Scarf going to kill off here Vox and got stuck fully in the ultimate while casting on his own. Maybe they can turn here. Now that one, the fight, and Jewel rocket leaping away in the last second, but no, going down. Arden has to run out of his own gauntlet using the Vanguard on himself, and now there comes the Gift of Fire affected to him, and that is the counter ace for the first time for TeamAlphaWolfSquad.
There it is. Kraken is up as well, so that is going to be the option, and as you can see, that Kraken is just getting captured, nearly slapped twice. There it is. Rona, Scarf, and Adagio. Great pushing potential there, especially with the Scarf melting down the turrets. Probably going to melt this one down closely to before Kraken is even hitting on it. One thing though, Scarf is not sitting on a crystal infusion, so that ran just out. Broken Myth not finished yet, so we will see how good his pushing potential actually will be. Oh, nicely cancelled there from great value, jumping into Gumby, and then he's trying to dodge somehow. Somehow he's trying to dodge those, wait for it, but not happening. Kraken meanwhile still pushing. We do see how fountains, how crucibles, everything is getting popped due to getting great value. The value for his team, because he will just go for it, and I think he wants to push for it. Kraken will get killed here meanwhile by Brenchen and Blair Kid.
Alright, Kraken here going for another turret. In the meantime, we do see, look here, Jewel tanking and soaking up that turret. Let's get the camera a bit to the right so we can see it a bit better.
Ooh, Scarf is back though.
And now jumping over the wall just in the last second.
There it is. So that's apparently the same gap as Rona was jumping as well. Jewel, Rona and Glaive are the only heroes who can jump that. Not sure if Arden still is capable of jumping behind them with his Vanguard. I know that it was possible. I did not try it recently, and since that is a fact which not a lot of teams are actually using for a backdoor, I am not quite sure. But chat, be sure to just if you ever tried it, be sure to tell us though. Obviously you need to have tried it in 1.8, since that is the patch we are playing on currently.
Alright, going for the overview here, checking what is happening here. Let's jump in here again. On Arden here, he has the core items, he has Fountain of Renewal, a Warhorn, Crucible and Shiver Steel. There is nothing you would like to have more, and look at that fight here. The Gauntlet dropped 100% and the Rocket Leap on top of everyone. Words of Judgment, no way here. Vox is just picking up the triple kill. What an Ardan here. This guy is just crazy. He is dropping the gauntlets right on top.
Yep, that's going to be it. They're going to close this one off. It's 28 seconds until everyone is back. That is a GG. That is the first match which is going to PAWNAGE. And if Team Alpha Wolf Squad wants to continue in the Vainglory League Season 1 qualifier for North America, they will need to win the second match.